There's a process.
God created you for a purpose, and that purpose must come to pass. Enough is enough. Stand up, leave them behind. Tell them I'm going somewhere.
Somebody is holding a position on the right on account. Somebody here must go home with a blessing.
I will overtake them. I will overtake them. Do you believe that? Shout hallelujah.
Christ in you is the hope of glory. Behold, I give unto you power.
Open your Bible, 1 Corinthians chapter 6. First Corinthians chapter 6. First Corinthians chapter 6, the first three verses, 1 to 3. First Corinthians chapter 6, 1 to 3. Read.
There any of you having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints. Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world, and even the world shall be judged by you? And are ye unworthy to judge the smallest matters? Know ye not that we shall judge angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?
Three lessons for us in these three verses. The first lesson in verse 1. Read.
There any of you having a matter against another, and go to the law before the unjust and not before the saints?
There that any one of you, where do you go to settle your quarrel with your brother or your sister? Where do you go? Where do you normally go to settle your case with your Christian brother or sister? Do you go to the court of unbelievers? Or do you go to the court of Jesus Christ? I don't know whether you know that Jesus Christ laid down a court for us in the Bible. He put down a court. We are not ignorant. Jesus did not leave us comfortless. He laid down a court for us. Simple. Where do you normally go to settle your case with your brother or with your sister? He said, this brother has done me evil. You get a lawyer for him. This sister has troubled me so much. I dare him, I dare her to meet me in the court. I will take him up to Supreme Court. That's right. Which court? Before unbelievers. I know of a case, church case. They took the case to court. They took the case to court in the first instance. And when they appeared there, the pastor of the church was there. The other fellow was there. All of them Christians. Do you know what the judge said? He looked at the pastor. He said, Pastor, Look at him from head to toe. Say, Pastor, you are standing and looking at like Idi Amin. That is what unbelieving George told a minister of God. You are standing and looking like Idi Amin. Insulted him indirectly. Give him a showdown. And the pastor was looking. They brought themselves before unbelievers. And the name of God was disgraced. Where do you go for your case? You may say, my case is not for court. But I go to elders, traditionalists in my village. The traditionalists, they will judge it according to the tradition of the land. They will tell you their own way of judging. Where do you go? Is there anybody here with a quarrel with a brother or a sister? Where do you take the case to? To unbelievers? Land case? Not that the unbeliever took you to court. That's a different case. But a brother and a brother, you go to court. If unbeliever takes you to court, that is another case. That is a different case. God will give you the wisdom that supersedes their wisdom. Where do you take the case? You may call it small case, you may call it's nothing. I know you value your people. We shall come to the solution. Where do you take your case to? Paul said, I dare you. What do you mean by taking a holy thing and lay it on the floor of a dog? I hope if anybody here is in that condition, you better seek counsel. You may win the case, but you are attracting the anger of God. God is no respecter of person. It is not who wins, but who is right in the sight of God. Huh? Who is right? George, read that verse again.
Few.
There any of you
Having a matter against another, go to the law before the unjust.
Go to the court before unbelievers, unjust.
And not before the saints.
And not before the saints. You think that the believers in the church cannot handle the case? You think that God has not given the church the wisdom? Nobody wise in the church? Do you know that case I'm telling you between two pastors? They dig it out in the court. Nowhere. It came to a matter of life and death. They came to Lagos. They say, I'm needed. And they call other ministers. And I traveled down to East. And I sat down. and they narrated their case. Simple thing. Very simple thing that requires obedience. And the case was settled amicably. Finish. What you have been spending money, hiring lawyers and so on. Sometimes they will hire assassins for you. Where do you take your case to? Your case, husband and wife, where do you take it to? It's inevitable that there will be quarrel among the humanity. There may be misunderstanding. But where do you take your case to? This is a food for us. We are in Epistle. Lesson number 2, verse 2.
Do you not know that the saints shall judge the world?
Who will judge the world? Who are the saints? Oh, your brother you take to court before unbelievers will judge the whole world. Do you not know? Why are you in so high standard? Lower yourself. To judge the whole world, is it a small case? Why do you lower your high position and come down to the level of a dog? What does it mean to judge the world? It means so many things to many people. The worldly system. You see, this world we are seeing now. There will come a time Jesus will call the saints. Oh, what an honor that you may not have education, but you have kingdom education. The wisdom of God is in you. The foolishness of God supersedes the wisdom of man. The wisdom you have supersedes the wisdom of this world. A time is coming, Jesus will say, my son, my daughter, settle this case. The case of the world. How? Or you know not. Don't you know that this world will be judged? Time is coming. Let me put it this way. Let me take, for instance, Lagos State, Kano State, all the states in Nigeria. If they like, let them divide more. They will come to judgment. Every state. As much as you are dividing it, you will come to a judgment. Somebody hearing me? No, you're not. Maybe that day, they will set you to judge the activities of local government area. You chairman here, come and tell me, how do you handle this area? You say, me? Jesus is there. The earth is that nothing will go unjudged. You may be, do you know your name? Have I told you your name? Oh. Have you not know by this statement? Bro, what is your name? I'm not hearing you. You say, Pastor, I want your name. Fabian. Sister, what is your name? Thank you. Let me tell you what you will answer in that day. You will answer justice. Justice, so and so. And they will come, you will sit on the throne in local government area. Hey, chairman, come here. Tell me how you handle the money here. It will be a detailed judgment. Everything must come to judgment. Church, where we are going, new heaven and new earth, where we are going is a busy place. You see, let me use this as an example. You see how things are busy here? Now, so it could be busy. There will be no dull moment. You are in charge. I say you are in charge. You be on your seat. Justice. And they will have no lawyer to defend them. You are the sole advocate, senior advocate of Christ. Because we are no more operating with human knowledge. When they are talking, you are looking at them, piercing their spirits. Senior advocates. And those court registrars are not, they are angels. You are somebody. Touch yourself. Say, I am somebody. People are calling me nobody now, but I'm somebody. If you know what God is thinking about you, you will lift up your chest. Say, Lord, I thank you. Making younger for devil for a while self. Justice Christiana. Justice Antonia. And I really justice. Because there will be no lie. Justice John. And it's a real justice. And anything you say is a decree. Because you are no more operating for low cadre. You are operating from high horizon. Know you not, we shall judge the world. It's a busy time for Christians. For the church, we shall judge. The activities of the government we brought to book. Thy will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. You will know it. The world is not outside the control of divine order. Know you not, we shall judge the world. The system. We shall judge the system. Fear not. Then lesson number 3, verse 3. Read.
Know ye not that we shall judge angels?
By the way, know you not we shall judge angels?
How much more things pertaining to this life?
Do you see how God has elevated you? You are not only going to judge the world, you are going to judge the angels. Which angels? All the fallen angels. All those fallen angels. Of course, God has judged some of them. They are in hell. Some of them are now in River Euphrates. They are too dangerous. So God put them there for a while, until the day the lake of fire will be opened, because they are very dangerous. In the book of Mark, I read a place very interesting. When we come to Mark is a very interesting book. Jesus cast out a legion of demons. Sometimes when he want to cast them out, they beg Jesus, say, please don't take us there. They know the place they are going. Not yet time. Jesus, not yet. They know the time. Jesus has power to send them there before the time. They beg, not yet time. But now they are doing their havoc. We shall handle them. Do you hear what I said? All those devilish witchcraft, marine spirit, oloku spirit, those unclean spirit that have devoured your money. Those spirit witchcraft that caused accident, shed human blood, they brought a book. Come and give account. Why do you? What? No, you not. You shall give account. Brother, sister, it will be a busy time. You will sit on your throne with the angel of God on guard. Nobody that touch you. You are no more ordinary human being. You are judging the angels. The angels that are harassing us now, we shall turn around to judge them. Only that if you judge them, you may not have the power to sentence them, because a place has been ordained for them by God. There's a lake of fire. And in the fire, there are levels. Do you know that? There are levels. Some will be in the hottest part. But I beg you, if you enter plane, whether you are in economy or business class or first class, all of you are in the plane. So whether any level in hell, hell is hell. Hell is hell. Likewise in heaven, we all shall not be equal in heaven. But heaven is heaven. Someone said, He said, what? Please, if I will be a gate man, just a gate man. If I will be taking care of toilet, sorry, nobody will go to toilet there. Provided I'm in heaven, I can understand. Heaven is heaven. Hell is hell. But there are categories. Some people will sit with Christ on the throne. On the throne. Work it out now. You will work it out now. It's up to you. God is no respecter of person. He will reward you accordingly. God has no favorites. No. So up to you. I want to warn you. Any work you are doing, and you are doing it in the flesh, it doesn't glorify God. No matter how you work it, it will burn with fire. But even though you give a cup of cold water to a brother or a sister, according to the will of God, you are not going to reach the reward. You will not. God is not unrighteous to forget your good work. He will reward you accordingly. Thank God for God. He is a just God. No partiality. So, know you not, we shall judge the angels. If we are going to judge the world and its system, and if we are going to judge the angels, let me say more about these angels. If you know that you are going to judge the angels, and you know that is the will of God, God said it. If you don't know it, see it here. Know you not that you are going to judge the angels? Then, hear this. If any witch or wizard or fetish doctor or those so-called, those native doctors come and make brag for you, bear it in mind, you are superior. You are going to judge that spirit. Somebody you are better off. How can you fear him? You put him or her where he belongs. With this in mind in you, you are more than a conqueror. So start crying. Hey, when I was sleeping, I don't know who they are. They gave me food, I ate, Hey, I don't finish, Who gave you food? Let us assume unclean spirit, or whatever you call it. Those familiar spirits. Unclean food. You ate. I've told you. One pastor, they gave that food. They gave him pounded cassava to eat, to swallow. He was swallowing the thing tight on his throat. He woke up and the thing was still there. Do you know what he did? He went and took a bottle of water and drank and swallowed it. Push it down well. Which one concern me? He push it down. He go to toilet. Finish. Don't allow those things to embarrass you, or you begin to cry. They have finished you. They have finished you. You will judge them at the end of the day. They will appear before you in your court. You will ask them, why do you do that? Somebody you know that you are better, you are bigger, you are stronger than, and it's making gara now. Once they come like that, tell them, hey, you are doing this now, remember you are last. Don't fear. Don't fear. The last one, verse 3.
Ye not that we shall judge the angels? How much more things that pertain to this life?
If you can judge the world, and if you can judge the angels, how much more the things, little things among us? Little things among us. Is there no wise man? No wise woman? I remember when they brought a case like that between two brothers to me. They wanted to go too far. They brought it to me. I said, what is the matter? They narrated it. I said, this is where it is in the Bible. Worst come to worst. You suffer to be defrauded. Count it but dung. And the case ended. What is that sees your peace that you cannot look off? Nothing is hard for you to do. If you know your future, don't lower your high position. Don't allow the enemy to ridicule you. Think about these things. And if there's any brother or sister that has a case, misunderstanding, do something about it. That's why we have some zone, departmental leaders, up to committee. If that case is not solved from unit to zone to department, is not solved to committee, you know, solved, then you bring it to the church. If you know solve in the church, refer it to a bigger court, the judgment seat of Christ. Don't go to unbelievers. It will grieve the heart of the master. I have told you, we are in epistles. If you know all these things, happy are you if you do them. Shall we pray?
Join Me's outreach of Christian Pentecostal Mission International under the apostolic and prophetic ministry of God's anointed servants, Reverend Dr. O. Ezekiel, the General Overseer, Reverend Dr. Mercy Ezekiel, Co-Pastor, National and International Coordinator, and other anointed servants of God as they present Faith Clinic every Tuesday. At Faith Clinic, sinners become saints, the sick heal, the barren conceive, the oppressed are set free, the demon-possessed delivered. Time, 9 a.m. Me's outreach also extends love and antenatal healthcare prayer sessions for expectant mothers and pregnant women every Wednesday at 4 p.m. prompt. And also every Thursday at 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. for Business Commission, where men and women are commissioned with grace to succeed in business, career, family life, and so on. At Christian Pentecostal Mission International Headquarters, 10 and 12 Latif Salami Street, Ajawa Estate, along Murtala Mohammed Airport Road, Lagos. Me's outreach, reaching out to the troubled souls. Don't miss it. CPM, Jesus Christ is Lord. God has a plan for you, a plan to give you a bright future. Come and experience expository teachings and a powerful prophetic breakthrough service this Sunday at Christian Pentecostal Mission International with God's anointed servants, Reverend Dr. O. Ezekiel, the General Overseer, Reverend Dr. Mercy Ezekiel, Co-Pastor, National and International Coordinator, and other anointed servants of God. Worship with us this Sunday at 8:30 a.m. at Christian Pentecostal Mission International Headquarters, 10 and 12 Latif Salami Street, Ajawa Estate, along Murtala Mohammed Airport Road, Lagos. You can also worship with any CPM International branch close to you. It will be a time of salvation, healing, deliverance in the presence of God. CPM, Jesus Christ is Lord.
Christian Pentecostal Mission. The power of God is here.